How do you do? Welcome back to another video. My name is Saphwyn, the silly neko Vtuber, and today we are watching some Mor Parz. And if you are new to my channel, yes, I am a biologist. I went to school for biology. I also have experience working with Australian wildlife. I know, how cool is that? So hopefully I can input you some extra information when we watch these videos together. I love sharing my knowledge with y'all, as you guys know if you are a returning viewer. And if you are new here, I react to a variety of animal content on top of everything else. So hit that like and subscribe button for more content from me, and let's dive on into the video, shall we? These are the most popular shorts that he has on his channels. Everything is included, and let's
Australia has a lot of spiders, but recently we found a new one, because of course we fucking did.
Wait, what? You guys found a new spider? There is no way.
And the new one is the most certified Australian moment I've ever seen.
There's
For a
no
bit of context, one of the
way.
several thousand spider species we are home to is the Sydney funnel web, the deadliest spider on the planet. Because of course it's down here. Where the fuck else did you think we were going to find it? These scary looking fuckers are highly venomous and can flatline you with a bite in 15 minutes.
Isn't it crazy how there's a lot of animals in Australia that can flatline you with a bite? Just saying, whether you are in the land or in the ocean, they are there.
And if you think wearing thick clothes will save you,
No.
be aware the bastards have fangs long enough to punch through shoe leather. Now, why do I bring these little nightmares up? What is the one thing worse than a spider rocking armor-piercing rounds that can send you to heaven with same-day delivery? A bigger spider rocking the same
There's no way the new spider they found is just a bigger version. Nah.
setup. That's right, Australian scientists have found a brand new species of this funnel web that is even bigger.
What?
How much bigger? Well, the standard Sydney funnel web grows to around 5 centimetres or 2 inches. And I mean, if you're asking me, 2 inches is more than enough. 2 inches is
Would she ask you if 2 inches is too small?
actually fucking huge.
Oh
By
my
comparison,
gosh.
this is the new one.
Okay.
It's twice the fucking size.
How?
4 inches of 8-legged menace to the animal kingdom. But that isn't even the best part. See, do you know what they named this thing? Do you know what professional scientists
You know what? It's probably the exact same name and like Vtuber or some bullshit.
named a supersized version of the most dangerous spider on the entire fucking planet?
I'm waiting.
The Newcastle Big Boy.
There's no...
Deadliest spider on...
I'm sorry. There's no way this this spider is called Big Boy. There's no
the
way.
entire fucking globe. Big Boy.
There's
Only
no
in
way.
Australia. Australia's
There's
scariest
no way.
spider
Oh
is
my gosh. I got clapped for that. That's fucking fantastic. All right, we're off to a banger. Goddamn. Okay.
Australia's scariest spider is hiding a deep secret. But
Oh.
what is it? Well, introducing the huntsman, native
Well,
to the land down under, and
They're not okay. They're not the scariest spider per se. They're like one of the biggest spiders, which gives them that scary attitude, but they're not like, you know, compared to the spider that we just saw, they ain't that scary. You know what I mean?
the #1 cause of tourists absolutely shitting themselves on camera.
It's like, it's basically like a dog, okay? To the Australians.
And look, in defense of said tourists, I will be the first to admit, yeah, this looks scarier than a job application. Those
Well,
dangling-
if you hate spiders, it looks scary. I remember when I was in Australia, I purposely went hunting for them because I didn't see them like where I was living. I was living in northern Australia and I didn't see any of them. I finally found one at nighttime when I was in the rainforest, but I was like, I want to see a huntsman while I'm here. I should also say I'm not terrified of insects. I think they're really cool, and that's probably why I have the opinion I do. Because I know a lot of people are kind of terrified of them, and if you are scared of them, I am so sorry.
the arse legs and the hair make him look like Slender Man's testicles. Now, as if having a negative charisma stat wasn't bad enough, I regret to inform you that the huntsman spider grows up to 30 fucking centimeters
He's just a
in
dog,
size,
okay?
making it the
Literally.
largest spider on the planet by leg span, and legally allowing Subway to market him as a foot long. Now, being the spider equivalent of a Ford F-150, you'd think he'd have the common decency to be slow, you know, tank
No,
built.
he's fast.
Unfortunately, the
yeah.
huntsman is f***ing turbocharged.
Look at him
It's
go.
usually at this point in the video that I would inform you that he is also highly venomous, because it's Australia. However, That's his big secret.
Mm-hmm.
The huntsman is a big sweetheart.
I told you guys he's a big sweetheart. The thing is, he looks super intimidating, so no one really want to messes with him because he's massive. But, you know, he's a cute, kawaii spider.
See, despite looking like an SCP, huntsmen are incredibly timid, and on the rare occasion they do bite, their venom is harmless. In fact, seeing one of these bad boys in your house is a blessing in disguise, because if you see a huntsman in your home, I guarantee you won't see any annoying ass flies or mosquitoes.
They got it on lockdown.
You see, he understands he's big enough that he should be paying rent, and so he contributes to the household in pest control.
That's
I
fair.
personally
Fair
have
trade.
had one of these bad boys as an 8-legged roommate, and I can tell you they're pretty
Actually,
good company.
footage from your old
Except for
place.
the part where they
Actual footage.
have had one of these bad boys as an 8-legged roommate, and I can tell you they're pretty good company. Except for the part where they cause car crashes.
Oh, someone probably panics when they see it in their car, right? Okay, well, yeah.
Yeah, you see, huntsmen like to hide in tight spaces and cracks, and they do it by flattening out their body to fit into the gap. Now, in the house, that usually means you'll just find them behind a painting, but when you're flying down the highway at 110k an hour and decide to flip down the sun visor because God is trying to flashbang you,
And then he probably falls on your lap. Oh, that's a jump
they
scare.
like to sleep in there, and you've just dropped one into your lap. Now, whatever you do,
dear.
don't panic, or you're gonna crash the.
That makes sense. It makes sense of why car crash happens. People are panicking when this happens, and I mean, like, it's a 30-centimeter spider. What do you expect? Bam!
This bird has to rearrange its organs and skeleton just to lay an egg.
This cute little guy is the kiwi bird, a species of ratite native to New Zealand this time. And
The nice thing is, though, about kiwi, give or take, he's native to New Zealand. He lives in New Zealand. And when you live on an island, you have selective predators, correct? So that means, like, you know, a bird with this evolution pattern of can't fly and has to rearrange its body, yada, 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 can't survive because he's on an island. That's just how it goes.
Poster child for getting cucked by evolution.
You see, this walking featherball is actually directly related to the emu, ostrich, and cassowary, being a member of the same family of birds.
I find it funny. We watched one of the tier lists from Tier 2, and he was talking about the birds too. Imagine being related to such powerful birds like your ostrich and your cassowary, and then it's like, yeah, the little baby kiwi on the end.
However, there is a problem. You see, the rest of the kiwi's bloodline actually looked up a build guide before picking their stats spread, and as such made sure to trade the whole flying thing for something useful.
With all of his cousins specking into speed, size, and some kind of offensive capability.
So that leaves the question, what did the kiwi pick to make up for not flying?
Well,
absolutely nothing. Kiwis are tiny in comparison to their relatives, coming in at only 4 kilos in weight and 50 centimeters tall. This is because kiwis evolved largely on an island with no natural predators, so they downsized and traded out the knife feet and bloodlust for just being a little guy with a good attitude. Which honestly worked pretty well for them, until the British did British things, and now they have to deal with cats and dogs trying to eat them. And considering this build was not designed for PvP, they have been clapped so hard by invasive species that they are now
See, this is why it's always so sad for me. Sentences like this. They've been clapped so hard from what? Oh, from invasive species. From species we introduced to them. That's so sad to me. Like, they were doing fine until, you know, we came around and we effed it up.
Fortunately an endangered animal. But getting shafted by the British is just the beginning of the generational violation of the kiwi, because these poor feathered fruits can't even reproduce without getting fucked over. You see, the kiwi bird's cousins are famous for laying huge eggs. I'm talking hit your protein macros in one meal-sized eggs. And you would think that is because they are large. And you would be wrong, because their vertically challenged cousins have to lay eggs the same size.
A kiwi bird
why? Why kiwi? Why? Why are you built this way?
his eggs 20% the size
That's
of their
crazy.
body. With the egg being so bloody large, it rearranges their internal organs and stretches their rib cage.
Jesus
just to
Christ.
be able to hold the thing. For reference, that is like a human giving birth to a 15-kilo child. That's not
I feel like the kiwi took a poor evolution path somewhere down the line, is all I'm gonna say.
a bun in the oven anymore. That's a whole f***ing bakery.
This wasp is basically a xenomorph.
Can I pause for a second? I don't know, this is gonna be really weird if I say this, and you guys can disagree or agree with me, whatever y'all wanna do. This is a really pretty wasp, right? Correct? Pretty color pattern, like he is pretty, or what?
Wasp is basically a
He's
xenomorph.
pretty.
Introducing
Alien.
the tarantula hawk wasp, possibly one of the most
Tarantula hawk wasp.
nightmare-inducing insects on the planet. And the reason it's such a threat to your
Jesus
mental health is
Christ,
because
wait, I didn't, he's massive. I thought he was like a tiny wasp, but he looks massive.
hunting and reproduction strategy is ripped straight from Ellen Ripley's autobiography.
Excuse
But
me?
before we get to the strats, you're going to have to learn a little bit about it first. Native
Okay.
to Australia, because of course it fucking is,
Of
this
course.
spider is the largest wasp on the planet.
Oh, so he is
coming in at a
massive.
Massive 2.5
Okay.
inches. Which, I mean, boys, we would all agree, well
What?
above average, right? Huge. And this is probably
Yeah, huge. Well above average. You're doing fine, champ.
the most effective 2 inches has ever been, because it has the second most painful sting of any insect on the planet.
Wait, what?
Coming in just barely behind the bullet ant.
What?
Pack and a half-inch stinger with a potent venom that has been
Jesus.
described as blinding, debilitating,
Do you see the size of that thing?
and electric. Now, the size and
Do not do that, Chad. Do not put the fork in the electrical outlet, please.
poison aren't just for nothing, because as the name tarantula hawk wasp
Well,
suggests,
yeah.
they are purpose-built, genetically perfect
Just for
killing
the
machines
tarantulas?
designed specifically to violate spiders,
That's
making Australia
crazy.
basically an all-you-can-eat buffet for them. But they don't just execute the spiders. No, that'd be too normal. Hawk wasps
Nah.
use spiders to reproduce in one of the most horrific ways.
No. Nah. We use spiders to reproduce? What?
Is possible. And that all starts with a female hawk wasp hunting down a tarantula.
Guys,
As the buff bulking spider takes a wrong
don't-
turn down a dark alley,
I
the
don't wanna
hawk
know.
wasp, noticing the 8 sets of TNs on his feet, proceeds to fucking jump him. Flying down from above
What?
to land a sting into the spider's abdomen, instantly and permanently paralyzing it. The bug harbour butcher then
Jesus.
proceeds to drag the still completely conscious and aware spider into an
He's
isolated
paralyzed.
kill room, which is where the fucked up part
what do you mean this is where the effed up part is? This whole scenario is left up so far.
really begins.
Okay.
Because our wasp isn't hungry, it's pregnant, and proceeds to
Wait.
lay its egg on the paralyzed spider's
Oh
abdomen.
my
After about 3 to
gosh.
4 days, that egg hatches into a larvae. A very, very
I hate
hungry
this. I hate
larva.
this.
Fortunately, there's a whole bunch of fresh fruit right here underneath them.
Child, isn't nature beautiful when you live in Australia?
That food being the still paralyzed, still very
That's
conscious and aware
crazy.
spider. The larvae burrows into the spider's abdomen and gets to work
Ew.
converting it into a KFC family bucket, consuming it from the inside out, purposely avoiding vital organs to keep the food nice and
Gross.
fresh. After it's done consuming a living being, the larvae breaks forth from the demolished corpse
What?
like a fucking chest burster and fucks off to continue the generational arachnid violation.
Nah.
Anywho, good luck.
Nah, can't. You'll protest to get rid of these tarantula wasps? Because, what the heck? You see, I know a lot about normally mammals and reptiles. My insect knowledge is not 100% there. I like insects. I think insects are cool. I never really have deep dove into them, as you guys can see, and now here we are learning about some really disturbing facts.
Like getting any sleep tonight.
You guys can now use these as fun facts at your next party or social gathering. Go teach all your friends and family about the tarantula wasp. Or don't.
This seal is such a menace that he routinely gets the cops called on him.
Oh.
Introducing our protagonist, Neil the seal, a 600 kilo absolute unit of a southern elephant seal from my home state of Tasmania in the land down under.
Oh, he's a Tasmania. Okay, I was like, what? Realistically, what are you doing to them? The only way that you can actually deal with them, and it's not ethical at all, is euthanasia, like euthanize them, and that's not ethical, and they should not do that at all. But when you have this thing this size, like there's no stopping him. He does whatever he wants whenever he wants, and that's just the way it goes.
This seal is such a menace that he routinely gets the cops called on him.
Introducing our protagonist, Neil the seal, a 600 kilo absolute unit of a southern elephant seal from my home state of Tasmania in the land down under, who is known for, above all else, being an absolute fucking menace to polite society. But despite his crimes, we all still truly love him.
Heck
but what are his crimes? Well, see, he seems to just fucking hate traffic cones and road safety in general.
Why?
Has regularly been caught trespassing, and then once he has been caught trespassing, belligerently screaming at locals because they won't give him his fucking fish, and has been known to just block roads by plopping his fat ass down directly.
I'm so happy to see that he's alive, though. Like, no one seems like they hurt him. I think he's still alive to this day, from my understanding. Correct me if I'm wrong. I hope. Actually, do not correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want to know. I'm going to live in bliss and think he's alive to this day. And that makes me so happy that people actually, like, give animals respect.
In the middle of them. However, hands down, the funniest shit he has ever done was just straight stopping this random lady from going to work.
What?
I shit you not. This motherfucker crawled out of the ocean, up the beach, crossed the road, absolutely fucking bodied this woman's poor letterbox, and then proceeded to plant himself directly in front of her fucking car.
Oh.
She was then unable to go to work because this half-ton beefcake was camping her driveway for so damn long. Local news had time to drive out to her house and cover the fucking story.
That's crazy.
Now, this is a lot of menace for a single seal to cause.
He's
but
chilling.
The funniest part of this is, old mate isn't even fully grown. He's like 5 years old. If you think he can fuck things up now, wait until he's nearly 2.
And imagine if he has a family and he teaches his offsprings to come up with him on land and stuff, and then you have more. You have more Neil the Seals, or Neil the Seal Jr. being a menace as well.
Solid ass.
That's massive.
Tons of blubber, and takes issue with the wall of your house. I do not think that seal damage is covered on my fucking insurance plan, dude. Touching this plant will put you in the hospital.
I really hope. I am praying that Neil the Seal lives his 20 years of life. Praying. I really hope he does.
Touching this plant will put you in the hospital. This is the Gimpy plant, a piece of foliage native to the land down under. And surprising no one, not only is the thing venomous, it is in fact the most painful plant on the planet. Because
I got taught about this plant. Fun fact. And they said, do not ever touch it. I was like, okay.
Of course, man. Even the fucking leaves down here have a problem with me. Growing in the rainforests of northern Queensland, these hell bushes are covered in...
See ya, guys, that's where I was. Northern Queensland. That's why they were like, do not ever touch this plant. Beware.
Tiny hairs that upon closer inspection aren't hairs at all and are actually thousands of hypodermic needles waiting to stab you and break off inside your skin if you so much as brush them. Once inside you, these needles will inject you with, I am not kidding, neurotoxin. And
imagine having a plant that attacks you basically, that will stick to you and, you know, implant neurotoxin into you. It's not just the animals in Australia, guys. It's everything. The plants, too.
Cause absolutely excruciating pain.
Yeah.
I mean, like, comedic levels of pain. With one person describing it as being covered in hot acid and electrocuted, and another woman saying that it was straight up more painful than childbirth and she'd given birth 4 times. And the fucked up part is, the neurotoxin isn't even lethal. So this spiteful of a plant is hurting you purely for
Just
the love
to
of the
be
game.
there.
Mind you, there are reports of people saying getting stung by this thing is actually worse than being put in the ground. This is because Groot's little hellspawn cousin here can continue
What?
hurting you for literal years after.
No. I didn't know that it could hurt you for years. Imagine stumbling into this plant by accident or whatever, and then you're stuck here with these neurotoxin for years.
Being stung. This is because those thousands of little hypodermic needles are actually made out of silicon, meaning your body can't break them down.
Oh
And
yeah,
the
you're
thin they are,
SOL.
your skin will usually close up over the top
Bro.
of them, meaning that these.
Why does the plant need to be made of silicon? Why? Why? Insane defense mechanism.
They are, your skin will usually close up over the top of them, meaning that these
Insane.
neurotoxin-emitting slivers can sit inside your skin for literal years, releasing more neurotoxin any time that they're moved or disturbed.
This constant, chronic, agonizing
Yeah.
pain is so unbelievably bad that there have even been records of, trying not to get banned here, people Alt F4ing existence to make it stop. This particular incident came from a man who accidentally used one of the plant leaves as toilet paper.
Oh, that poor soul. Okay.
I don't think it gets much worse than neurotoxin to the nuts.
Okay.
Wombats defend.
Okay, that's so painful. Pain empathy is real, guys. Wombats. I love wombats. The wombat that I got to work with, I think slept the whole day. Except when carrots and corn were involved, but other than that, slept. Or like a fresh mud puddle, you know.
Wombats defend themselves by throwing it back. But to understand how the fuck they actually do it, you're going to need to learn a little bit about them first. You see, Australia is home to 3 species of these bad boys, all of them equally adorable, and very importantly, all being burrowers, meaning they dig out a nice little hole for themselves and the family to live in, because, like the rest of us, they can't afford a fucking house in this economy, man. They go to around.
Guys, let's all just start building dens in the ground. That's our new house. We're going down. We're going into the ground.
1.3 meters in length, but despite being small, they
think
are
they're
built
cute.
like fucking tanks.
They are.
Weighing
No,
in
they
at
are.
a chunky ass 35 kilos, but despite their weight, I shit you not, they have a top speed of 40k an hour. Now, the fact that they can nearly get booked in a school zone, coupled with them being a tank-class marsupial, forms the start of their defense strategy. So you
That's
see, a fun fact
crazy.
about wombat anatomy is they spect all their defense points into their ass. Rather than having fat and muscle, a wombat's cheeks are made out of 4 thick plates of fused cartilage, making it extremely solid. And this Kevlar BBL allows for the fucking funniest defense mechanism I have ever seen on an animal. Basically, if a predator tracks down Mr. Wombat...
Wait. This gotta be when all the shit was happening with Dr. Disrespect. That's crazy.
I have ever seen on an animal.
Basically,
I wasn't
if
expecting
a predator
that.
tracks down Mr. Wombat to his burrow, it'll stick its head in and start trying to dig him out. In response, the wombat will line his ass up with the tunnel door, chuck the gear shifter into reverse, and fucking floor it backwards up the tunnel into its aggressor,
crazy.
slamming his ass into its head. The impact then squashes the predator between his steel cheeks and the roof of the burrow.
Bro is just getting twerked on. That's amazing. Incredible from the wombat.
Straight up crushing its...
Wait! What? Crushing? Crushing.
Crushing
the torque is
its
too powerful.
Skull, like a Mortal Kombat fatality. I cannot make this shit up. This spider
Oh
can
my
remove...
gosh. He twerked him to death, guys. He twerked him to death. Also, fun fact about wombats that I didn't touch upon either. They have teeth that are kind of like rodents and not marsupials, which is like your koalas and any other type of animal like that. A lot of animals in Australia, but the wombat actually has teeth similar to the rodents because they grow continuously, which means they normally have long teeth. So if you also get bit by a wombat, Be wary. It will hurt like a mother effer.
This spider can remove your limbs.
Oh.
But how?
Oh.
Introducing the brown recluse,
Oh,
native
oh,
to the
oh.
United
Oh, we're coming over here now. I see. We're coming over here.
States of America, and a prime example of don't judge.
I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong from anyone in the chat. I'm not from the United States of America if you're new here either. I am from your friendly neighbor up north or whatever you want to call us. I am Canadian. I'm the land of maple syrup. But I'm pretty sure we have brown recluse. Like, they're becoming a problem in our area as well now.
Book by its cover, because despite only coming in at
scary.
Huge 2 centimeters
They're not,
in length and rocking the spider equivalent of default character customization, this little
literally
is a level 500 rot build that gives Melania a run for her money. You see, a bite from a recluse starts in the most American way possible, with you accidentally stepping foot onto his private property, causing him to exercise his Second Amendment rights.
Stop. But like, yes, I see it. I see the vision.
Considering a spider can't really hold a gun, he's gonna settle on biting your ass.
Now,
that initial bite's pretty painless. You smack him away, all's well. There is just
bye-bye. Yeah, bye-bye. I was like, Scarlet Rot, bye-bye. You insta-killed that. Like, you try and smack that spider away, you're done for. I'm sorry, but you're done for.
You are now the proud owner of necrotic venom coursing through your veins, which at first does nothing. You walk back to your house, the bite starts to sting a little.
Slow acting.
You feel sick. The wound swells, and the blood vessels around the bite burst, turning it a deep red. Over the next few days, that color shifts from red to purple to black.
Yeah, and then William Afton shows up with a new animatronic suit, and bada boom, bada bam, you're part of Fazbear's Pizzeria. Not actually.
As the venom literally destroys and kills the surrounding tissue in a process called necrosis. This causes the skin to literally rot and fall off of your body. And if you...
That's gross. I'm sorry. Okay.
You don't catch it in time, that rot's gonna spread. If you're lucky, it'll only make you violently
if you're lucky,
and leave permanent scarring. If you're unlucky, it just keeps spreading, and the venom starts to destroy your blood cells and shut your organs
and then
down.
your SOL.
Now, there's kind of only one solution to that, but you weren't using that arm anyway, right?
Right. I don't need that arm anyways. You know what? Brown Recluse, you can have my arm, okay? Does anyone else find it crazy how much these little predators can actually do? Like, how much they are packing a punch within this tiny freaking body of theirs? Isn't that incredible to anyone else? Very scary, but like kind of really cool at the same time.
This isn't a spider. It's a snake.
Oh, he's so cool. Now the snake is hella cool. Yes. Okay, I love this snake.
This isn't a spider.
He's really cool.
It's a snake. Introducing the Iranian spider-tailed horned viper.
He's so
As
cool.
the name suggests, native to Iran, and you are all probably wondering why the f this snake has decided to attach a cosplay of the average Australian.
Because he can capture anything he really wants. Like birds, bam, bada boom, bada bing. Snake can't fly. Snake can't go capture them in the air. So you know what? He's going to bring them to him. And then this is the greatest way to bring them to him. Fake an insect.
The answer is food. You see, every known snake species is a predator. Some eat Bambi, others eat Remy, and the spider tail, not unlike myself, absolutely fucking loves KFC.
Yes.
The birds famously tend to fly, and last I checked, note ropes don't have wings.
Imagine the wings. The wings. Imagine. I know there is like that one species of snake that flings itself from tree to tree or tree to ground and kind of like quote unquote flies. But imagine if we ever live in a world where snakes get wings and can actually just fly in the sky. Like you're outside and you look up at the ceiling and then, or up at the sky, not the ceiling. There's no ceiling outside. You look up at the sky and there, bam, snake flying. That'd be crazy.
So, how does this viper get his zinger box? The answer is, again, food. You see, birds eat insects, and the spider
so
tail
cool,
knows
though.
this. So,
I
rather
think
than
it's
trying
cool.
to chase his prey down, this lazy fucker has evolved the evolutionary equivalent of DoorDash.
Isn't that cool?
When a viper feels like a meal,
I
it'll
don't know.
start the hunt by finding a nice rocky outcrop to curl up on like a couch.
Mm-hmm.
And due to the camouflage on his scales, this snake becomes practically invisible.
Oh.
Once he's nice and cozy, he begins to slowly wiggle his tail back and
It's
forth
so
in front of his face,
real,
perfectly
though.
mimicking the motion of an insect. Think of this as him placing his Uber Eats order. Meanwhile, up in the air, our undercooked chicken tender is flying around when, holy shit, a free meal! What a delectable bug, just sitting there on that rock.
Get baited.
And so, Tweety Birdie swoops down to grab himself an insect Happy Meal. And just as he's about to reach his meal,
Damn.
a gorilla can't
Is that
beat
not
100
cool
men
though?
in a fight.
Like, I don't know. Do you guys find that cool too, or am I just messed up? I could be messed up, but I think that's really cool that the snake can do that. IMO. Which animal could be 100 men?
A
Ooh.
gorilla can't beat 100 men in a fight. He gets jumped. But that begs the question, which animal does win?
A
And
hippo?
the answer, stepping into the ring at 5 meters long and weighing in at a genuinely frightening 4,500 kilos, I present to you the
He's massive. Hippos are one of my favorite animals. Fun fact, if you guys didn't know that. I don't know if I told you guys that already, but if you guys don't know, I freaking love hippos. Top 10 animal for me. Bada boom.
Yeah, look, a hippo causing a 100 long line at the gates of heaven after a fight is honestly pretty plausible. You see, despite the fantastic PR work Mojang has done for the hippopotamus community,
Yes.
doesn't change the fact that Moto here is a sentient Ford
Look at
F-150,
it.
the temperament of a fucking serial killer who can win this fight for one very specific reason.
You ever see? I think it's a big cat and an alligator and then like a hippo. I think that's what it is. Or no, it's a prey. It's a gazelle or something. But the or it'd be a crocodile because it's Africa. But the crocodile goes after like the gazelle, and the gazelle is able to escape or whatever. The fucking hippo just comes and like superplexes the crocodile. I don't know. You can probably Google it. It showed up in one Casual Geographic's video, but I was just like, brother.
You can't fucking hurt it.
No, you can't.
You say the
Bro, it's
hippopotamus
like
is
10,000 pounds. How are you hurting this thing? And this is all like just flubber, basically. And he just chills in the water without you probably even knowing that he's there. Like, how are you hurting this thing? You're not.
possibly the tankiest land animal on the fucking planet, packing an unbelievably thick 2-inch hide. Now look, we
It's
all know 2
crazy.
inches is a lot, especially in the sheets, but in the streets of the African savannah, this makes them practically Don't believe me? Here is a hippopotamus walking away from 10 lions trying to convert it into a family meal.
He doesn't even care.
Notice how the hippopotamus does not give a
He does not care.
If Mufasa and his extended family
He probably doesn't even actually like feel it. There's 5 inches or 5 centimeters of flubber before you're even getting anywhere. Like, he probably doesn't even care.
If Mufasa and his extended family can't hurt it, neither can you. However, don't let the fact that it's walking away fool you here. The hippopotamus is not a peaceful animal.
No, it's not.
They are, in fact, violent, psychopathic, 4.5-ton thundercats
I don't know.
that can and will bite you in half.
They will.
A
They
hippo's
will.
jaw produces 2,000 psi,
Which
of
is
pure
crazy.
crushing force. So if he catches your ass, you are the watermelon. And as if the hydraulic press wasn't bad enough, don't forget they've got 2 20-inch fangs in that mouth that'll put a hole in you big enough to stick your f***ing arm through. But honestly,
Isn't it
the
crazy?
bite doesn't even f***ing matter. It weighs 4.5 tons and can run at 30k an hour.
Like, why? Why does something this massive need to run that fast? It's crazy to me.
Getting hit by a charging hippo is like getting hit by a f***ing bus.
It is.
There
No,
is
it is.
no way we are winning a fight against something that could probably take out 10 people just by rolling over.
Bye-bye,
Summary,
hippo.
don't f with the hungry
Do
hippo.
not. He didn't touch upon this either, and I don't know if you guys know this or whatnot. Hippos also move really fast in the water, although they can't swim because their like bones are too dense, and that's for, you know, a different time. They like basically run in the water, like hop on the ground, but they can also hella move in the water as well. They are mobile in land and mobile in water, which is also makes them hella scary. Next.
This is Australia's most common
Uh-oh.
snake, and that's quite a problem, 'cause it's
Uh-oh.
also one of the world's deadliest.
Yes.
Introducing the eastern brown snake, native to quite literally every state in the land down under.
Everywhere.
And unluckily for us, this asshole has earned himself a silver medal in the Note Rope Olympics venom category, coming in second place for the most venomous snake in the world. It is worth noting
Yippee.
that third and first place are
Australian.
unsurprisingly also both held by Australian snakes. Because God hates us.
Bro, it was like an experiment down there. They were just, you know, trying to cook all these snakes up, and you just ended up with all of them, I guess, or something.
However, unlike first and
However.
third, the toxic middle child here is a far larger problem. Because putting it lightly, he's a cunt. The eastern brown is one of the most territorial species of snake in the world, which is a
He's just trying
scientific
to chill,
way of
man.
saying they operate on the US home defense philosophy. If you dare put a
Jeez.
pinky toe onto this guy's property, he
You're
will
done.
bite your
You're
ass,
done for.
injecting you with a hemotoxin that can send you to heaven via blood clot in under 30 minutes if left untreated.
Crazy.
But hey, stay off his property and he'll leave you alone, right? Yeah,
No.
one
No,
problem.
no.
His property is your property.
Oh. Imagine just walking into your bathroom and you see one of these bad boys. Ah!
That's right, the eastern brown doesn't live out in the middle of
That's
nowhere like his
wild.
slightly more deadly cousin. This fucker is so at home in the suburbs, he drives a f***ing Prius. You can find this burnt piece of spaghetti
Everywhere.
literally
Everywhere.
anywhere. Go to put your shoes on, he's turned them into a two-bedroom home.
Oh.
Hop in the car to go to work. Yeah, unfortunately, that's his car now. Get to work on the job site. What do you know? He f***ing works
What?
here too. Try to take a shower after a long
Why
day
is
at
he
work.
even like?
F*** off. He's moisturizing. You can't even
Nah.
take a shit in the comfort of your own home.
Stop. He's in the
without
toilet?
running the risk of the dunny being
He's in the toilet. Imagine lifting up like a toilet cover just to one of these guys being in it. Crazy.
occupied. In fact, these bastards are so omnipresent that out of the 200
That's crazy.
species of snake in the country,
Mhm.
this ginormous asshole makes up 60% of snake bites. What a
Whoa. 41% of fatalities too.
Crocodiles are just
That's
dinosaurs that forgot.
crazy. That's wild. I love crocodiles too. Also hella cool creatures.
Crocodiles are just dinosaurs that forgot to go extinct.
No,
I am dead serious, and I
Yeah.
cannot think of a croc species to better make my point
They're so
than the
cool,
saltwater
though.
crocodile, a species native to the land down under, and shocking
course.
absolutely no one. Yes, it can and will eat you.
it will.
You see,
It's
keeping on theme
well.
with the whole
I used to have to give speeches to people almost literally every single day about being cautious when your body's of water when you were in Australia. I was like, hey, like you're in Crocland. You gotta be careful. If you are fishing, be careful. If you are by water, be careful. And it was like a broken record, but it was something that we always had to say, you know, for safety reasons.
You see,
they're
keeping
crazy.
on theme with the whole forgetting to go extinct thing, the salty
They're
stat
cool,
spread
though.
just feels like something that should have been patched out with the rest of Jurassic Park.
Nah, they're cool.
Starting with their ridiculous size.
They're massive. Look at them.
You see, salties are the largest reptile on the planet, coming in at a total of 6
They're
meters
massive.
long with a maximum weight of 1,100 kilos, which makes this murder lizard genuinely longer than my f***ing car. And the
Correct.
up part is that despite being longer than my ute, they are for some reason absolute masters of stealth.
Of
See,
course.
crocs are ambush predators, which is a scientific way of saying they are dirty f***ing campers.
It's cool
See,
though
that-
when you see them coming up and their eyes are just like above the water and nothing else. I don't know. I think that's cool, but
Got two raised eyes that sit on the top of
See?
their heads, which means they can submerge their Ford
It's so
Falcon-sized frame basically entirely under the water without sacrificing the ability to spot whatever they are looking to turn into a Happy
Which
Meal.
is hella
And from your
cool.
perspective as the Happy Meal, they are really difficult to see, which makes it very easy to walk just a little too close and
bam.
yeah, get bitten in half by that hydraulic press that they call a mouth.
That's why I love Nestle Crunch.
That's right, just like any good camper, these scaly arseholes are packing a one-shot in the form of one of the highest bite forces of any animal on the
It's crazy.
f***ing
It's
planet.
crazy too because the way that they can like propel themselves out of the water, right? Like they're not like, okay. I was about to say they're not. They're like a slow moving creature when they're just doing their day-to-day life type vibe. Like they're just kind of vibing. But when it's catching a predator or if they have business on the mind, they will move fast.
Having been recorded at putting out a maximum of 3,700
Crazy.
PSI of force through their
Crazy.
jaws. To put that into context, your skull will crack at 1,100 PSI,
Yes.
so a croc would pop your head like a watermelon. And if you don't immediately get folded by the first bite, those jaws will latch onto you as the croc begins a death roll,
Yep,
spinning its ton
there
of
it
body weight
is.
like a washing machine until whatever part of you it has decided to eat snaps off and is added to its protein goals. But the best thing about the crocodile is their build is so f***ing good. They have genuinely been around with very little evolutionary change for 65 million
Which is
years.
crazy.
Which means I grew up watching Steve Irwin wrestle dinosaurs for fun.
You did.
Rest
You
in
did.
peace, you absolute f***ing legend.
He is a
Kangaroos
legend.
can
Nah,
and
he
will
is a
beat you up.
legend. Rest in peace, galore. I agree. I loved his content growing up, but man, oh man, crazy. He was crazy at times.
Kangaroos can and will beat you up.
Yeah.
That's right, just because it's not venomous doesn't mean it can't knock you on your ass. And Australia's most iconic marsupial can do just that. Because they are way
Jesus.
bigger than you think they are. With our biggest species of roux coming in at a ridiculous 2.8
They're
meters in
massive.
length. And with the iconic hop, they've got a vertical jump of 3 meters.
Which is
I
crazy.
mean, honestly, with a stat spread like that, they don't belong in the outback, they belong on a f***ing NBA court. As if that wasn't enough.
Yo, go put 10 kangaroos on the court right now and give them a ball and see who wins.
They're also built like tanks, weighing in at
They
a full 90
are.
kilos of roid-raging rabbit muscle. And
But like, why? Why do they gotta be that jacked up, man? Why?
being able to move way faster than anything that heavy has any right to. Pegging the speedo at a max of 70k an hour.
That's like,
Meaning if you make
why?
them angry, a juiced up rat
Crazy.
the size of a small car is going to run your ass down and beat the f***ing brakes off
He
you.
will.
And
He
I'm not
will.
kidding when I say they really will rock your shit. Because roos are professional kickboxers, with males routinely fighting MMA to win female attention. When they fight, kangaroos will lean back on their tails as a stabilizer and immediately start
And bam.
scratching and kicking the ever-loving shit out of one another. And those kicks have enough force to crack bone. And as if getting drop-kicked by a muscled marsupial wasn't bad enough, they also for some reason have the same bite force as a grizzly bear. Because why not? Now, even with all of this, there are still animals stupid
Why
enough
not?
to view a roo as
Why
lunch.
not?
Which brings me to the most terrifying thing that they do. When threatened, kangaroos will hop into a body of water.
Okay, yeah.
And wait for whatever
I didn't know if we were going to talk about this or not, because this is freaking wild. Lock in,
is
guys.
chasing them to follow them in. Once the predator enters the water, the kangaroo will wrap its
Bye-bye.
arms around their neck and just straight up
Yep.
drown them. What the f,
Yeah,
man? I share a country with psychopathic tren rats.
you do. That is them. And then this is also like you have all your wallabies and everything else. No, not as menacing because they're a lot smaller, but still, it's like, brother. So much wild shit in Australia, man.
Oh. Australia just found a new record-breaking insect. But before I show him to you, how the f do we keep finding new bugs?
Oh no, okay, we're
you
on.
see, Australia is home to an estimated 200,000 species of insect. Which is,
and you know what? Like, you probably have so many more new insects that you just do not know about at all, man. At all.
Damn impressive, especially when you consider the only place you're going to find more bugs than that is by counting the fucking roach population in Asmongold's walls.
The burn! Jesus.
Now, the scary part of this is that out of that 200k, we've only actually identified 62,000.
Wild.
Meaning that we have no idea what nearly 3/4 of the bugs in the country
crazy.
actually fucking do.
You like jazz?
And so it should come as no surprise that while exploring Australia's dense rainforests, two scientists discovered a new record holder for the largest insect in the land down under, and it's a fucking stick bug.
It's a massive stick bug, isn't it? It's like double the size of a normal stick bug. Stick bugs are hella cool, though. They're 5e.
Introducing
Look at it.
Of
Okay. I knew he was big. I knew it. I knew that he was bigger than the normal stick bug. But seeing him?
and coming in at a full 40 centimeters.
That's crazy.
And 44 grams in weight. I don't think that qualifies as a stick insect anymore. That's
He's wild.
Brute. Australia
probably-
is very on.
The worst part is you probably have more of insects of this caliber, or you probably have a leaf bug or something this big as well.
Own Erd tree avatar was discovered in
Crazy.
Queensland. Because of course it was.
Yeah,
and
of course it
despite
was.
being enough inches in length to make any man jealous, it's actually completely harmless. However,
He's
given how
5e.
many oversized bugs we already have, if we find
Well, the stick bug is bigger than the huntsman. The huntsman is 30 centimeters. The stick bug is 40 centimeters. To put that in perspective.
any more, I think they're going to send the fucking Helldivers.
Can you imagine the Helldivers is pulling up to Australia? All right, chat. I'm also going to end it there because it's like a 45-minute long video. And I know you guys could probably watch this forever. Which means if you guys want more content, I will react to more videos of his. I'll react to the most popular from this point onwards. So whatever they are. Or if you have like a specific one you want me to react to, comment down below. Comment down below if you would like more content from this. And if you would like me to react to him again. And comment down your favorite animal emoji. I'll do that one. Whatever your favorite animal in the entire world is, comment down the emoji. If you don't have the emoji for it, you can just comment down what it is as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button. And catch you guys all on the flip side. Goodbye, everyone.